My name's Cody, and welcome to the homestead. Today's video, we need to address a little bit of repair work once again. And as you can see, we have a little bit of proppage with some other boards going on for this door. This door has actually sank. In fact, we actually fastened it somewhere else. This is an old chicken coop that I had basically when I lived at home when I was younger. It was built very cheap, cost effective, and obviously not with exterior grade materials. It was painted. Obviously this is OSB. It was painted. It has held up, you know, considering with being in the weather, snow, rain, all that, it has held up relatively well. This handle's coming off. And as of late, recently, our turkey hen Penny has hatched out some chicks. Now here's another thing, it's literally just not even on here. So she has hatched out a bunch of little chicks, little poults. So I want to try and prevent any rats or predators from getting in here and harming them, because her first clutch just did not do well, not at all. Stuff came in here and got them, and I think one of them was a black snake. So I want to try and prohibit that from happening. I'm going to move out this turkey nest box, I call it, which actually works really well. She's laid her nest, or had her nest in here at least 3 different times. So you can get a really good view of her nest. So we'll get rid of that junk. I'm going to put a lot of maybe some shavings and stuff in here for some bedding. We can even let that straw just clean out the eggs. That way they have a little bit of stuff in there. But the main thing that I want to do, this door that's falling apart, I'm going to frame up an actual door frame for in here that'll fit in here. Then we'll fasten this piece to it, and then we'll refasten the hinges. We'll adjust these latches, maybe refasten the handle on there somehow. That way this is something a little bit more reliable. And there's a big hole down there, so I think there's rats and stuff like that. So with it being really bowed out, I need to get it so it's fastened and sitting in there straight. First thing we're gonna do is build the frame for that door. We need 2 at 29.5. This doesn't have to be exact, that's why I'm just using a Sawzall. And then that happens. Now I need 2 at 66 inches. Now that this is done, quick and easy, take this up and we'll pop off the makeshift door that we have now and fasten it to this. I should probably just use a fresh piece of plywood, but this one has the door and everything, or the little window cut into it already for airflow. So if possible, as long as it's not too rotted, I'll just slap it on here. If it is, I do have some other plywood that I can use. That's a lot better than what it was. Remounted the handle, screwed it into the 2x4. The only thing I should have probably done is shaved a little bit off the top. I didn't. It's gonna fit tight. But it does open right back up. So I guess if we have to down the road shave something, we can do that, not a big deal. I do have to move these now because I did change the height of everything. This was actually lowered down. I changed positioning of some of the hinges because this OSB is obviously not exterior, so it was starting to kind of get soft in some areas, so we just moved those. This is just kind of to get us by for right now, so we'll move these up and then this is done. Much better than what we had. That I had to rig because it's so like cupped there. But that is much better than what we were dealing with. It still has the capability of coming closed. And I did have this latch on it before, but that doesn't do anything anymore because this is here. But you don't really need it. That closed all that gap off that was down there. Much better. Now all you turkey chicks, poults, you can hopefully thrive. All right, Penny, I'll stop bothering you. That's better. Next task is the main chicken coop. Oh, that's cool. So I did not, when I originally built this, it's kind of a iffy design, but this is what happens. All the shavings collect in here. So what I'm gonna do, have some scrap boards that I saved. We have 3 sections. I'm gonna mount another, it's probably 2-3 inch board up here yet, going the whole way across in each box, because essentially what ends up happening, all that stuff builds up there, and when you try and close it, it won't shut. So I'll clean all that out, we'll add boards in there, and that should remedy that problem. I'm not gonna worry about it in the front, I don't think. I don't really care if it falls out the front. Most of the time it's falling out the back. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna shut now. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I think I have that offset in there exactly 1.5 inches. Yep. Crap. I'm sure that's not gonna work. Nope, not even close. New plan of attack. These are a lot wider of a board, but they should be a lot closer to the width of the plywood. These are pallet boards that were taken off. Here is my solution. I ripped this down a little bit, cut it to length here, roughly in the center of this one, added some scab boards in here so we have something easy to mount to. I probably should do that the whole way because trying to screw into this thin plywood's kind of stupid, but now I can go the whole length over that way and manage to screw that fast and cover those up. I ripped it down because these are just a tad too big. It was almost hard to get your arm in there. So I think that's gonna work a little bit better. And I don't think the screw heads are gonna catch because these boards are just a touch narrower than this plywood, so hopefully we're good. It's definitely gonna be a much longer process doing it this way, since I have to splice together boards instead of cutting 3 boards and mounting them and being done. But again, we're too thick. This should work better, and the door shuts, so that's a plus. Now hopefully we won't get all this junk building up in here. They'll have a much bigger nest. Perfect. much more space now. I know I probably should put some here at the front, but it's not that big of a deal to me if the stuff comes out, because right now I'm adding shavings to it every so often, but it's not something that I got to do like once a week. So I'll probably let it how it is. But it's a huge difference outside here now that we cleaned everything out. Opens easily, shuts easily. Opens easily, shuts easily. Same thing. Because for the longest time I've been hating this design, but if this helps and they open easy like this every single day, I'll like it a lot more. And you can still obviously see in there to get the eggs. So that's 2 projects off the list that I wanted to do for a long time, and same as everything else, just kind of gets procrastinated after a while and pushed on the back burner. But we got it now, so hopefully it makes life easy and we don't have to worry about it. Now on to the next thing. As always, I hope you have a great day. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And I'll see you next time.